Hey guys, good morning. Am I audible to you? Can you please confirm the chat? Did you try on the weekend? Everyone? No? Let's discuss first 10 minutes. Still anyone getting the errors? The thing is, the observation is there is so much lack of practice is there. Okay. After 4 months also, you are not able to run a Python file in VS Code. Okay. You are not able to run one Python code in VS Code. That is very bad. If you are not able to run means you will not get the job. Very simple that. After 4 months also, because VS Code is done in previous or not? VS Code session is done or not? Installation done and everything. And still you are not able to run means what is that meaning? Venki, what is the problem? What you are thinking? What might be the problem? That also you are not thinking. Hmm? What might be the problem? Tell me, ma'am, what is the problem of this? You are not able to redirect in the file also. CD space also you are not doing that. In order to run the file, you need to go to that location, right? That also you are not doing. What is the problem? That problem is lack of practice. That is the problem, Venki. You are not understanding that is the problem meaning? Or you are not able to understand what I am explaining. That is the problem. That is not might be a problem. If that is going to be a problem, you should have told of first month only, not after 4 months. Okay. Any thoughts? Online people, Suresh, Nikita, any thoughts? What is the problem? You want get job or not? You want job, but I will not study. Huh? I want job, but I will not study. Deepak, ऐसे कैसे चलेगा? You are doing okay, but I'm thinking about your view on others. Why others are behaving like that? Hmm? Avinash, what is the problem? What is the solution? What should be the solution? Should I take light? Should I take easy on you? Huh? Arey, you are not loving me. ऐसे कैसे करेगा? Every year I should love you only. Hmm. I will also start loving those who are loving me only, no? Huh? I don't want to be always one side lover because finally I'm tired with you guys. Okay. I'm very, very disappointed on Saturday. You're not even doing that, how to run the file also, you're not able to know that. Then that is very, very bad. That is. That is very, very bad. I don't know what to do. What should I say that also? In the demo class only, I explained very, very clearly. When October 28th, our demo started. In that November 1st week, you attended every day my class. I told on that only. Data science is a test match. Is I mentioned or not? Next 4 months is very, very rigorous work with me. I mentioned or not? You are not doing any assignments. Complete assignments you are left. Okay. If I open that, out of 110 members, not even 15, 20 members also not doing the assignments. I will open now, see. This, what is our latest assignment? Assignments. Machine learning assignments. The latest, no? See, 110 members are there, 32 members are there. That is 26. Decision tree write-up, 30 members. Definitely those who are doing this will get. That means in our class, on of average, 40 members are very, very regular. Very regular, on of average. That means these 40 members are doing whatever I am saying. They are practicing, they are understanding the concepts and everything that is. They are doing the assignments also very well. And they are trying to show that their interest. And remaining 67 members are there. Definitely these people will not get the job. Okay, don't come from next class onwards. So those are 67. If you are understood that I am in that 67, okay, you will not get the job. Okay, definitely I am saying these 67 members will not get the job. Okay, that is waste of time. You already paid the money. I can't give the back. I already covered that 4 months. That is only next 45 days are left. That is, but still, if you are this mindset, definitely you will be struggle very a lot. And the problem with the 67, now these 67 people are will never come, never show any interest. That is the meaning that. That means even I teach PPT creation also. PPT creation also, these people will not ready to learn. If I ask them to do PPT creation, if I ask them like, with some magical things, suppose PPT will come whenever you are pressed, some magically the information will come, right? On off. Show me that also they will not show if I teach one day. Even if I teach Excel sheet also, they will not do that. Excel sheet. Excel sheet, some program. Excel sheet arithmetic operations. If I ask them to that also, they will not explain that also. They are just simply come for here to Hyderabad to time pass. Okay. And what they will do now? They will do the fake. They will make 2 years fake. And they'll pay like around 50,000, 1 lakh rupees. 50,000 and 1 lakh rupees. They'll get the job also. Then if girls are there, they might be cry. Okay. If boys are there, they will start drink. After the cutting the job. I am not understanding anything project related. Manager is scolding every day. What should I do? That, blah, blah, blah. This happened. And slowly, you'll start surveying. And that too, those are lucky, these fake people. If you are identified fake, then you are gone because you are not learned anything in the past. You have just got the job. Even the spelling mistakes also will do a lot. Even also a Word document also you are not able to create. Then your manager will understand something gadbid ho jayega. So they'll do the background check again. Then you'll gone, that is. You're not understand the severity of this generation, that is. Some people doesn't know about laptop also. How to use a laptop also some people doesn't know. That is. Okay, at least before 4 months you are that position. After 4 months also in the same position. Then what you are dedicating that? Why you are coming to Hyderabad from other states and here and that? Family chodke, why you are here? 25,000 gone. Every month 5,000 hostel fees gone. That is how much? 50,000 gone. And spending months also every month 2,000, 3,000 is gone. I don't know what your parents are doing. I don't know how your money is coming. At least think about them, no? The very, very bad thing that is. It's not a joke. It is not a joke. India is a so much population country. That is. Everyone is now entering to software industry only. Everyone is. Now, unfortunately, there are so many bakwas consultants are there in India. And these bakwas things are there set up in US also. Everywhere. Now, everywhere Indian consultants are there in every country. Even USA also, they are applying for consultants only. Consultants will take care of for me. Consult will take care of for you. And some people will survey. And they will feel like that after 10 years. And we are the boss. And this mentality guys, how they will think, nah? This mentality guys, they will think like that, I know everything. They forget their past. They'll think like that, I know everything. That is a human mentality will come like that. Very, very bad this is. I got wonder. VS Code session is done and we already learned .py files are important. I explained that VS ready with your VS Code. Ready with your VS Code means at least you need to open at least for 30 minutes also. At least you need to test, right? How to run the Python code using VS Code. I mentioned that also. Arey Bob Ray. That is very, very bad. But I will do my job, whether you do your job or not. Let's see. That is. So I will just take the question. Those are still facing the difficulties. Let's complete this first. And then we'll do the same thing using linear regression model. Okay. So first thing is first. Flask is a web framework. It's a web framework that you need to create some API testing. API testing. So in that app.route is very, very important. App.route is very, very important. In that, this method name, suppose greet is there. The only single slash is there, which means nothing but whenever you hit the API in our Navi way, whenever you hit the API, automatically that function will run. That function will run. App.route, whenever you hit the API, automatically the function will run. And then whenever you have app.route of some method name, you provide what happens, some method name you will provide, that is called method. That is called method. That is generally you will provide as a slash. Here the method you will provide. And whenever you want to run that function, you need to call that method, right? Generally in Python, what we will do? We will run the greet one if you want to print what? Good morning. But in API testing, you need to call Deepak. What do you need to call? You need to call Deepak. You need to run this, the function, that is. And that is a method name. So you need to hit the method name of app.route to run that function. To run that function. And similarly, if you want to run the Kumar function, some people are giving like this. Okay, some people are giving that. Suppose we created three functions we created. How many functions? Suppose three functions. One function name is called greet. Okay. But here that app method name, okay, routing name, that routing method name, route method name is nothing. It is an empty. It is a slash. And next one is what is the function name? Function name is greet1. Function name is greet1. And the route name is what here generally we given that slash Deepak we have provided. Slash Deepak. Similarly, function name we have provided greet2 and route here we provided that Kumar. And similarly, we provided one more function name that is here addition. To avoid the confusion, what happened? Some people will give that original name only. Here, what is the function name? Addition. Route name is also addition. Route name is also addition. So here greet2 is there. You can provide here also greet2. Here is the greet1 is there. You can provide the greet1 also. Both are same to avoid the confusion. But these functions, if you write a normal Python file, you need to run these methods, right? You'll run these methods like to show like this. Like this. Suppose I'm giving this. Here, suppose that the function name is there. So this is number one. This request.ars.get is nothing but you have a eval is there, right? Eval of input of. Eval of input of. Eval of input of what it will do? It will take the value from the keyboard. Take the value from the keyboard. In the same way, these arguments you are getting on the while doing the API testing. While you are doing the both are same. Request dot arguments dot get. And here what happened? Eval dot input both are same. Instead of what you will do this number one, you will give like this. Eval of input of 1 and here also you will provide that input of 2. Like this, right? Same way, there is what happened there, request dot arguments dot get, and you know that whenever you are taking what is the value ma? It is a string type. What is the type of this called? String type. Here also what is the value is called? String type. And if string type is there, what you will convert into? Int type. That's why we are applying what? Integer. We are applying what? Suppose you are removing this integer. What you are doing? You are removing this integer. What is the answer now? Suppose you'll see here. When I call this addition, it is required how many values now? Num1, num2. So num1 is equal 10, num2 is equal 20. What is the answer? 30. That is called eval is coming here. Right, eval is there here. Suppose eval is not there here. What is there? Eval is not there here. Then what you will keep here? Here you will write int of something, right? Int of num1. You need to connect the dots like that only, same. You need to connect the dot same like that only. The request dot arguments dot get 10, 20. Here's also this is nothing but what now? Request dot arguments dot get. Arguments dot. You need to pass the values. That's the value 1, value 2 kind of thing. And whenever you pass the value, it is automatically which type now? String type. And that's why we are converting into what? Integer. Same story. Here in the Python code, you are calling this function. But in the testing, what you need to call? You need to call the route method. You need to call the routing method. And here again, every routing is whether the get method is there or post method is there. You need to take care of that also. Get result or post result. Get post, both are will be there. Get post or anything you can take, that is get and post. That are below. This is the format. Function, you need to give function name, you need to provide the routing, you need to provide either get or post. And the port numbers you are taking generally what happened? 8888 or 8000 or 5050 or 55555 like that. In real time, what I will do is, what they will do, they will take the cloud account. That what happened ma? Cloud account, cloud API. Suppose Azure API, Azure Web API. Azure Web API. Why? Because is now if I open one API, right, that API might not work in your laptop. If I give one URL, that URL will not work in your laptop, and some URLs not work in the mobile phone, not work in the mobile phones also. That for that what happened? They will create the web API. This could be, they will now suppose you are opening some app, Amazon app you are opening. Amazon app is always same for in every laptop, right? Amazon.in. Amazon. Suppose if you want to open that in US, you can't open that. Because in nothing but India, then again there is the Amazon.com will be there, might be. That the different, that is a US thing, that is. So every country is different. So that has some flexibility. Then same way, if you use 8888, 8080, 5555, that will not open. That will not open our laptop. So API is also again different things are there. APIs might not be generalized. So in real time use case, what happen? You will work on the APIs which are the generalized APIs. Okay, your manager develop one application and he will share the link to you. You will click on that. You will also able to see that. You will also able to see that. But whenever you do this kind of things, you might not be able to see this. This for only for testing purpose. Only for testing purpose. In real time, you will take another APIs. Another APIs. And you will to run this. Suppose I am very much interested to run the addition program. Then what you are doing, ma? You are opening that terminal. Opening the terminal. In that, I already told you, don't go to PowerShell, go to CMD, command prompt. Whenever I'm opening the command prompt, my directory is coming automatically. For you, it is coming not directly. Your directory is not coming. For that, what you need to do? CD space. You need to copy your path. Where this file is located? Where this file is located. And that copy path you need to paste here. You need to paste in here. And whenever you enter, automatically it will be redirected. Automatically will be. But here that is not the case. Here the case is Python that your test.py. Some problem is there always. Python test.py. And then you are hitting this. You are hitting this here. Then you are getting hello. And when you are keeping Deepak, you are getting that good morning. Now when I ask you Kumar, now some people are writing like this. Okay, Deepak is another method. Kumar is the another method. We want to see the Kumar result, you need to type only Kumar only, not Deepak/Kumar. Not Deepak/Kumar. And that mistake something you are doing, then Kumar is nothing but, what is the mistake is coming? 405. The Kumar is a post method. What method is called? Post method will work or not will work in the Google. That is the thing. So next, one more method is there. Addition is there. What is there? Addition is there. Slash addition. When I run addition, what happened? It is saying that internet server error. You might think that internet error, but it's not the internet error. It is not the internet error. It is the argument error. It coming what? It's clearly saying that none type. That means you did not provided anything. I already told you that whenever you have a arguments are there, how can you provide ma? You need to provide the question mark. And what is the request argument that is there? Num1 is equal to 50 and num2 is equal to 100 and you'll get the answer. This I explained to my manager in the last week only and he has 15 years experience. Okay. And he asked me my help how to run this flash thing. So many people are just like that, they are surveying. Okay. The story I told you, no? That is. After 10 years, you'll become manager. You'll forget your past, how I came. That is. The same thing you can open that in Postman. The same thing you can open that in Postman. In the Postman, whenever you open, you need to check that which method, that is the get method or post method. That first thing you need to check. First thing you need to check. So this is our get method. Fine. And that URL I am pasting here. When I run this, hello is coming. Now I want to write which code now? Addition. Addition method. But addition method is taking how many parameters? So 2 parameters. Num1 here. That is the value how much? 50. And num2 here. That is another value how much? That is equal to 30. It is a key value pair. It is nothing but what? Key value pair, and run it. And we'll get the answer is 80. That is. And all the APIs, what we checked, all the APIs will be there available here. Will be available. Here you can check that immediately. That is history. That history will be available here. That you can check. Now, the idea is, this is the idea. What is the idea is? So we already developed ML model, correct? ML model, that is called which model? Linear regression. That is called linear regression. Now you want to test, you want to create an API for that. You want to create an API for the test cases. For the test cases. That means what happened? You are going here inside. You are going here inside, and suppose you want to doing that ChatGPT. Suppose what you are opening? ChatGPT you are opening. When you open ChatGPT, you are typing what is the date today you are typing. Date today you are typing. When you run this, it will give what? Answer. That is nothing but this is your test case. It is your test case and it is giving what? Response. Background what is running? Background AI model is running. That AI model is already developed by whom? OpenAI. Developed by whom? OpenAI. So you will hand over this model to your client. You develop what? Linear regression, and that model you will hand over to the client. Then client will again, or client or what? Again you will collaborate it with. There are two cases. First you need to test that whether this API is working or not for test cases. If it is working, then you are trying to create the dashboards. You are trying to create the dashboard or application same like this only. Same like this. How it look like? A box is coming. User should enter some question here and it will display the answer. That is the different case. That is a different case. So these guys, generally the React.js people, React.js, HTML guys are there, no? CSS, JavaScript, JS. So that guys are very, very perfect. That means pros. They are pro. They are pro to create the application. So you will collaborate. You will write your Flask here. You will write your Flask with Python. And you will talk to with that guy. I tested this API. This API is working. This API is working. Now I need help to create a application. Then the manager will talk that how application could be. Now ChatGPT, suppose you are working with OpenAI, you are talking with your React.js guy, I need this kind of UI. I need this kind of UI. You should be create one black color here. You should create like this here, and here some box should come. Here some your name should come. Here some my symbol will come. This will come. That the everything you will talk with him. Everything you will talk with him, and he will create a template for you. He will create a template. Now backend what should run? Your code should run. Backend what will run? Your code should run. That means you are not in the part of creating a UIs. That UI part is a different guy. UI part is what? Different guy. And suppose you are inspecting this. Go to inspect, right click. So this is one HTML page. Flash shrink relative item. This is one HTML. So they will write this kind of codes. Whatever you are seeing, this div, class, role, everything you are seeing, right? They will write this kind of codes. That who? React.js people. This is the template. This is the template. And if you go to here, network, in the network and elements, suppose let's go to that elements, some console. I think they are not giving their APIs here. You can see the APIs also. What API is currently running? What API is currently running? That API also, you can see that API name also. Like how this is the API, right? Now addition program is running, right? Like that, you can able to see what kind of API they developed. That is also you can able to see. That means this is background. Now tomorrow what happen? You will create an application. You will create two boxes. One box is kind of a num1 box like this. Another box is what? num2 box. And whenever you enter, there's a one button is there, submit button. You will click on that submit button, answer will come. That is nothing but what? UI, application. What is the backend is coming? Code is running. Backend what is coming? Code. Now model is, you are not developing the mode. What you will do? You already use the developed model. You already use the develop model. That's why we learn what? Model.pickle. Model.pickle. We saved our model in the form of what? Pickle. So we saved the model. So step 1, we save the model. We save the model in the format of what? Model.pickle. Suppose pickle.save, that is pickle.dump, that is called pickle. Now step 2, what we will do? We'll use this model. We'll use this model as a backend. Again, we'll write the Flask API code, Flask API. And step 3, we'll create Flask code. And step 4, now we will pass the arguments. We'll pass the arguments, that is called request dot args dot get. Now our linear regression model is developed with how many columns? 11 columns. How many columns? 11 columns. So how many you need to pass? 11 values you need to pass. You need to pass the 11 values. You can pass the on the fly, you can pass the test file also. Some CSV file also you can upload it. It will give the results. That is also possible. So these steps we will do now. So that's why I shared that with you. App.py, model.pickle, this one I shared with you. You need to download this, all the files. This is a GIF file. Download this GIF file and enhance it. This is the GIF file. Download this. Download it and unzip it. Or you want to download immediately, that you can do it. But make sure that create a folder. Create a folder. Create a folder. The folder should have like this. One is have a app.py is there. And another one is your model.pickle is there. Your pickle model is there. Pickle model is there. And another one is have a requirement.txt is there. Requirement.txt. Download it and unzip. There's one zip file is there. There's one zip file. This is a zip file ma. Compressed archive is there, right? This is a zip file. Download this and unzip it. In this you have some files are there. In this you have your Python file is there. Your originally how you develop the model is there. And your pickle file is there. CSV file is there. Everything is there. Download it. Download that. Download and enhance it. Suppose I'm just clicking on this. Go to here. Open in window. And just download button will come. Just click on the download it. And then it will go into downloads in the form of which one? GIF file. The form of what? GIF file. It is in the form of GIF file. Now right click karo and extract all. Extract all. Extract all. Don't do in downloads ma. Put in separate folder. Keep in separate folder. Don't in downloads. When you do that, you'll get like this. Oksar rawa class ki. So this is the GIF file. I keeping in ML Python and I extracted here only. Right click and extract all. When you do the extract all, don't browse anything, just do that extract, okay? Click on extract. A new folder will be created with the same name. You see, right? Linear regression with Flash. This is what GIF file you extracted. A new name will be created. The new folder will be created with the same name. With the same name. When you click on that, automatically you will see all the files. First download it. Yeah, Suresh, Nikita, Utkarsh. Download it. Extract all. Not able to come here, I will help you. Right click here, extract all will visible. Create extract all. Then extract it. Again, I'm repeating, ma. I hope you are seeing the GIF kind of thing, right? It is the zipping. Wi-Fi password తెలుసా? పిలువు. Wi-Fi password ఎవరు తెలుసో వాళ్ళని పిలువు. దీపక్ తెలుసా? ఇదేనా? NIT4 నరేష్ IT 401 చెప్పు. పాస్వర్డ్ కావాలి. Done. Please confirm the chat. Okay. I hope it's done, right? Now go to VS Code. The file is there. Open folder. Open. Click on open folder. When you click on the open folder, linear regression Flask is there, right? Go to your directory. Now don't open this. Don't open the folder, okay? Don't open the folder here. Just click on the folder. You know what is the folder, your name, right? Linear regression with Flask is your folder name. In that, how many files are there? Approximately 5 files are there. Don't open that folder. Just click on that folder and select the folder here. Select the folder here. Then you'll able to see all the 5 files here. All the 5 files. Again, I'm repeating. Go to file, open folder, and you already unzipped the right. When you are unzipped, you will able to see linear regression with Flash. Now select that, just select it and click on the select folder. Click on the select folder. You'll able to see this. You'll able to see this. Sorry, this is 5 years back file. 2019, I first time I created this on my birthday. That day also I worked. That is Hello, this wine.read CSV is used to, there are three things are there. Okay, I will explain the three things. Tell me what are the three, four things are there in that? Tell me. First one is what happened? App.py is there. What is there? App.py is there. That is your nothing but your Flask file. That is nothing but your what happened? Your Flask file. This Flask file used what? This is used as a model.pickle. What it is using? The pickle file. That pickle file that is using. The next question is how did you develop the pickle file? We developed pickle file by using one .ipynb file, one .ipynb file, and by using one .csv file. Correct? One CSV file. You use the CSV file and use this ipynb file. Then which will generated ma? Model.pickle generated. Which is generated model.pickle. You click on this redwine.ipynb and you will see that all the steps here, step 1, step 2, everything that we covered in the last week, right? And the last week we covered everything. And finally, we developed the model and we tested it. We done the predictions, evaluation, and coefficients. And step 9, what happened? We try to plot the regression line. And this OLS method I will explain ma. And in that last step 11, save the model. Are you seeing the save the model? That we done in the last week, right? Pickle.lump. What is your model name? LR. Where in which file you want to save? Linear wine model. Where you want to save? Here in this location only. That's why now when you run this, it is coming here. Understand? So by using ipynb file, we generated which file ma? Pickle file. In this ipynb file, which file you used? CSV file. Understand, Venki? In the ipynb file, so in the .ipynb file, we used .csv file, correct? Now .ipynb output, .ipynb output is what? Model.pickle file. Model.pickle file. In future, you might be create the pipelines. So this is order. This is the order. You will create the pipelines like this only. You will create the pipelines like this only. That is called again ML ops. That's the ML ops. It's coming like this. So this is the input. What is the input here? CSV file. What is the input here? CSV file. And this is the .ipynb file. .ipynb, your Python file. .ipynb file. .ipynb file. And what it is giving as output? What it is giving output? Tell me what it is giving. It is giving that pickle file. It is giving what? Pickle file. So model.pickle file. .pickle file it is giving. PKL. And this pkl, again you are using here in the app.py. You are using in the app.py. So this is again what? App.py. Why this app.py you are using? For test cases. Model is ready. Model is ready. You will use this pickle file and you will pass what? Test input. You will pass the test cases, and then API file will be generated and an API link will be generated. What will be generated? API link. An API link will be generated. Finally, you will collaborate with React.js guy and they will create the dashboard for you. They will create what? Dashboard for you, and the final user will only see this dashboard only. That's all. Final user will create only, you see the dashboard. But backend, what will happen? All the steps will happen backend. All the steps. So we are seeing only ChatGPT, na? We are seeing only what we are seeing here. We are the users. We are seeing only this UI. That's all. This UI only we are using this. So final user only will see this. In the backend, all the steps will execute. All the steps. And that in the ML ops, it is look like this. Suppose you created a pipeline. And the pipeline you will able to see like this images. So like that you will see. Okay, data set trainer, mobile net trainer, data set pusher, like that. Whatever we are saying, the block diagram is there, right? And that ML ops engineering guys, they will try to create the Python code to write this like this components. That is a different job again. That is a different job. Again, they will collaborate with the data science people. They'll collaborate the data science people. Suppose I will show you one thing here. Google Colab. And that we also will discuss. But at the time I will discuss, but this is only for only interested people only. Okay, next time that is. Not for all. And once you in the class, you should not leave the class in before. Okay, if you want to leave the class, don't come to the class on that day. I'm spending 9 to 2 o'clock and you are leaving just like that. The class. That is. You see here. This is the one component. This is one component. You can easily understand this component. What is the required packages? Pandas and skline. This component, the output is what? Train data and test data. So this output, that means this component will give two output, train and test. And next component, input is what is taking? Data set. Output is what is giving? Model. And whatever you are doing that you already know, that is read the data, divide into two parts, model, reading the model, fitting the model, evaluation, and saving the values. Like that will create the components. Automatically that component visualize like this. It will visualize like this. So this is the another job, nothing but ML ops job. This is which job? ML ops. So he will attach your components. You need to work with him closely by giving this. He doesn't know how to develop the model. He doesn't know how to develop the model. Data science people know how to develop the model. He knows how to write the components. He knows how to write the components. So there are three people are there now here. One is, first is the data science people. You develop the model. Now you will talk with this guy to create the components. And then you will again discuss with your React.js guy, how do you want to get the dashboard. One project is a combination of all the people. Again, there's a one more guy team is the testing team. They will test each and every some use cases. They don't know anything. They have some test cases. Like how about suppose 20 test cases will be there. 20 test cases. They will test your entire Python code with the test cases. If anything fail, they will get back to you. This test case is failing. What is your answer? So you don't know what you are working. He don't know what is working. Again, that is the biggest headache. So that's why we will hate testing people. He never understand what we said. He'll say that I need 20 test cases successful. That's all. Then we'll talk to his manager. This is a problem. Then he will understand like that. So testing team is different. Data engineering different. React JS is different. Data science is different. ML engineer is different. But everything will combine. One project will come as the output. One project. Again, in this, one more guy will be there. DevOps guy. One more guy will be there. What is DevOps guy? What he will do? He will create the Dockers, Kubernetes, and will schedule the pipeline. Where it will go the pipeline. Every month new data will come. Then every month the new pipeline will trigger. New model should generate. Everything that guy will take care of. But unfortunately, now companies are expecting everything in one person only. That's why that I'm the best example. I done data engineering, I done data science, I done ML engineering. I know how to create the apps. I know how to run the Airflow and everything that is. I interested to learn that is end to end because I'm not happy with this, black magic things. I want to learn end to end what is happening. That's why one till I've taken some projects. That is. So you understood, right? How the real time scenario, how it is happened. So in this, we are as a data scientist. So now that's why you are able to see here. And when you open your GitHub, right, people will upload this kind of files only. Okay. People will upload this kind of files only. You in your GitHub also, you need to upload today only. Okay. Like this. Now in this, you need to write the requirement.txt file, which means in order to run this app.py or in order to run this .ipynb file, what are the packages are required? What are the packages are required? And that version also sometime. This is called what? Version. Now you can do like this. Instead of now what happened, the new guy, instead of running this all the files, he will do like this. Pip install requirement.txt file. Like that only will do. And it will be install all the files step by step. All the files what happen? Step by step it will no need to install a single one. Pip install numpy, next pip install pandas, next pip install scikit-learn, next pip install pickle. That is not required. Directly what you write, pip install requirement.txt will enough. Note that command, pip install requirement.txt. Sometimes pip install, sometimes like this also there, requirement.txt or pip install requirement.txt. Automatically it will install all the packages. Install all the packages that are mentioned inside the file. Inside the file. So you will write the documentation. You will say to your manager or client, first you need to run this command and then only the packages will install. That will inform to him. That's why this requirement.txt file is very, very important. Requirement.txt. Or nothing but read only, ma. Suppose if you see here, this is the one I opened this many times, right? That Lisa project. This is a Lisa. Language Intelligence Services AI. At the time the name is. App.py is what is there? All the post request, guest request, all the flash things are there. All the flash things are there. Everything files are there here. That is. Same thing that is. Now if you go to down like this, there's a requirement.txt is there. So now this requirement.txt, click, Flask, it's dangerous, Jinja, work, pandas, Azure core, Azure AI, Azure storage, PDF miner, Flask, Azure crypto, everything is there. What is this meaning now? In order to run this entire project, you need to install what? These packages. So whenever you downloaded any file from GitHub, understood that requirement.txt meaning is what? That is the packages. Its danger is a package. It is not like a dangerous file. Okay. It is a package name. So these all are the package names. Not only that, you will create some config file also. Config. What the file is called? Config file. That means you should write a code such a way that your client doesn't know any Python file. You will explain to only that tomorrow you can change this name is enough. Entire code will change. That is called config file. That's called config file. That means that is now see here. This is called QNA maker host method create. Now these files you will write. That is called config file. Config file or YAML file. What the name is called? Two files. Config file or YAML file. Config file or YAML file. That means you will write 5 Python codes. 5 Python codes or 5 Python files for your client. In that one function, addition program is there. What is there? Addition program is there. And he has written is number 1. Directly you taken the number 1 plus number 2. Directly you have written. Directly you have written that. Directly you have written that. But this number 1, number 2, you will write in a separate file called config file. Like this. Now tomorrow if you want to change the number 1, you will change in the value here is enough. That value is here is enough. Like suppose I will explain that create KB is there. Config.QNA maker host. What is there? Config.QNA maker host. Config.method create. Config.service. Now this config. This value, this service value will take care from where? QNA maker service. That is in which file? Config file. That is in which file? Config file. Just understand the idea. No need to worry about the code. Now go to here QNA maker config QNA maker service. Go to here and check that QNA maker service. This is a QNA maker service. Whenever you call this, automatically this value will come. This value will come. QNA maker v5.0. What will come? QNA maker v5.0. It is a service. It is a service in the Azure service. What is the service name? Azure service, and this is the URL. That is the URL. And with that Azure service, we are using that Azure service. Tomorrow the service will change. Then you need to now client what need to do? You need to open this config file. He will edit this is enough. We'll edit this enough. Automatically this code will works. Automatically this code will work. Like that, we'll create a file is called config file, configuration file. Because you should be avoid the hard codings. You should be avoid the generally what we will do, ma? We will open this file directly. We will write here, na? Service equal to we'll write like this. QNA maker v5.0 like this we'll write. Now what is the problem with this? Tomorrow the service will be changed. Then this code will not work. Then client will not need to do. He need to come to which file? Create KB. He need to write what? Instead of v5, what he need to write? v6. For that, he need to know Python, no? Because project is over. After 3 years, again he wants to use. That is the problem. That's why what happened? You will avoid that. Like that, so many files are there. In each file, which file he will go? He doesn't know that. There are how many files are there? 20 files are there. 20 files. He doesn't know which file you need to go. That's why we'll give only one file. We'll give only one file, and that is the meaning is what? Config file. And this as section 1, section 2, section 3, all the services will be there. Whichever the service he want to change, that he can change here. That means this is nothing but a box, and this use this by this. So this is generally any real-time project will works. Got the idea now? The real-time how it look like? So config file means is a different from your original file. That will avoid the hard codings. Avoid the hard codings. And one more thing is what? Requirement.txt. That is also important thing. Now come to here our code now. Everyone is open this code now. Open folder. Open folder. And Flash, not the Flash, linear regression. This one. Now come here. Our main focus is now app.py. Now this is very easy code. You already know that. Now app.py using what? What it is using? App.py using what? What is using? Pickle file. What is the main goal of app.py? To test the test cases. By using what? API. By using API. That is, yesterday we already done. Last week we already done. We read the pickle.file. We passed the test case in the list and we got the output. Correct? Now this time what happened? We need to test the test cases by using what? API. For that, what is the help we are taking? Flask. Which help we are taking that now? Flask. That is the use case of the app.py. So that app.py use case is app.py will take model.pickle file and we need to test, we need to pass the test cases and need to test by using API call. By using API call, the same procedure without API call, we already ran. We already ran the last week. We already ran the last week, correct? So here, I'm opening that also. The last class we done that. Batch 3, I think. ML Python, Untitled 1. Untitled 1. Just look at this, how we have done the last week. So what we have taken? Import, pickle, what we loaded? Model file. And then what we passes? A test case. Correct? This we done last week. Now same thing we'll implement in the app.py. Same thing we'll implement in the app.py, but this time we'll test using by API call. We'll test using API call. Now you come here. So that's why what we required? NumPy, pickle, pandas, Flask we use. Flask we use. Step 1, we loaded that file. What do we have now? We loaded that file. We already know loaded means what will be available? RB. That means reading. That is the same steps here. Pickle dot load open RB. So open model RB and we loaded this. We loaded this and this will work when your file should be here. Then only it will load now. This is a path. This is what? This is simply a path. It is a path of file. It is a path of file. It is a path. It is a path. We know that we can give two ways is a path and your path and file, Python file are in same location. So no need to give what? No need to provide the full path. No need to provide the full path. Correct? No need to provide the full path. That's why just open this. Now tell me, everyone understood 20 and 21 lines? Understood? It is same like last week only. We loaded here. How we loaded here, in the same way also, here also we are using, that is. As simple as that. Can you please confirm the chat? Only Nikita and Utkarsh and Sabita are telling. What about others? Please confirm that. And this is a welcome all. You know, it is a normal method for testing purpose. What we are doing is a normal method for testing purpose. Now tell me, suppose you created a method called here predict. What you created here? Predict. Now how many variables you need to pass? Here, fixed acidity value you need to pass, that is equal to 10, and volatility that you need to pass, everything. How many you need to pass? 11 you need to pass. How many you need to pass? 11. That means 11 times you need to apply requirements dot arguments dot get. 11 times you need to write what? Because you see here in your old code, how you are written in the old code, you are written like this, addition program. In the addition program, you have written like this. How you are written like this? Requirement. I will write here only that file. I will write here. Just look at the board. You written like @ app.route, and you provided slash, you provide addition, and here you provided definition, addition, and here you provided num1 n1 is equal to first value, or val1 equal to v1 equal to request dot args dot get, and you provided here number 1, and here v2 equal to request dot args dot get number 2 you provided. This time now you are calling this, now these are the two values, and what you are doing, you are returning what? Addition. v1 plus v2 you are doing. Here our use case is, we'll get 11 values. How many will get? 11 values. And here we will, what we will do? Model dot predict we will do. What we will do? Model dot predict, and we'll pass this all values. v1 comma, v2 comma, v3 comma, we'll pass all these values. Then model what will do? It will predict it. It will, instead of passing the direct values, we are taking from the user will provide, no? So you'll create, think like that, you'll create a dashboard. You'll create a dashboard. You'll create a dashboard. You create a dashboard like this. Same like this only, you create a dashboard. So user will enter the value here. What you will do? User will enter value here 10, and next user will enter value here 20, and then the submit button is there. You will click on the submit button. Automatically answer will display. For that, what you will provide? You need to provide these values also. For that, what you will provide? You provide the values. That's why in the, we created a method is called predict, and we provided how many variables? 11 variables, and that is the input columns. But you know the Python skill, you no need to write this time 11 times, no? You can iterate through for loop, and you can save in a list. We already know that in the predict function, what we are passing, ma? List of the values. What we are passing? List of the values, and that's why we created this code. And finally, we are providing what? Predict, and we are returning the answer. Now, please go through this function called predict, everyone. 29th to 51. Do it, everyone. 29th to 51. 29th line to 51. So you created which method, ma? Predict. Which method is? Predict. Now predict means you are taking the model, you are predicting the output, correct? But that model is developed by how many variables? 11 variables. That's why you have written the doc string, that 11 variables. You have written the doc string as a 11 variables. And you know that how to pass that also. How will pass generally? Will pass like this, model.predict list of values. List of values. How many values? 11 values. 11 values. Generally, it will be like this. If I written here, this is the model. This is the model. And again, you will do that saved model dot predict. And here you will pass the values. Pass the values. In Python code, you can directly pass here. But in the API testing, you can't directly pass. You need to provide what? Key value pair. You need to provide what? Key value pair like this. Val1, that means val1 is equal to request dot arch dot get. Here you will provide the fixed acidity. Fixed acidity. Next, val2 is equal to request dot. Like that, you will do that 11 times. What you will do? 11 times. Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Suppose there are 5 columns are there, assume that. And this is another call 2, and this is the call 1. This is the call 1. And this is the val2. The val2, val3, val4, val5. And this is the call 3. And this is call 4. And this is call 5. And these values will pass here. Val1, val1, val2, comma, val3, comma, val4, comma, val5. So this is the idea. But this we can iterate through a loop and we can form a list. We can iterate through loop and we can form a list, and that this code is working. You taken the input columns, you take an empty list. For I in input columns, request dot arch dot get is common. I is nothing but each column will come here. That only we have written here, same thing. And then you are making into list dot append. You are making what? List dot append. But you already know request dot argument get is a string. You need to convert what? Integer. That means eval. Maybe it is a float value. Maybe it is integer value. You need to cover what? Eval. The same thing you know. And then finally what you are providing? Predict list 1. The same code we are developed here. Now take 2 minutes time. Just do that. Explore it. Look at that now, everyone. Look at this one. Look at that. So we'll run this file now. We'll run this file now. Yeah, everyone run it. Everyone run it. You don't need to do anything. Everything is there with you only. Model.pkl only I have given. App.py also I have given. Everything I have given. Just run that. Just run that. Just run that, ma. Python app.py. Just run it. Python app.py. Just run it. Just run it. Just run that. Python app.py. Just run it. You will get the URL. When you click on this URL, what is the first function? What is the first function? Welcome all. What is the first function? Welcome all. Now what you need to give? Slash predict. For slash predict will give how many values? You need to write that. What is the first value? Fixed acidity. What is the first value? Fixed acidity. Copy from here and come here, paste here. Next, write the variables first. Volatile acidity. Volatile acidity. Next, citric acid. Citric acid. Next, residual sugar. Next, chlorides. Do that, mom. Please confirm the chat. Will you able to do it or not? Free sulfur dioxide. And then total sulfur dioxide. To provide the 11 values. Density. pH. What is the range of pH? Acidity का कितना level? 1 to 7. Very good. Alcohol. So 11 are done. Now to provide the values. You provide any values. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 101, 102. Now click on, now whenever you run this automatically, above also what will happen? That values will come. Now send it, we'll get the answer. Hello, the answer is minus 1125. That is the way you will do, ma. Pickle.load, pickle in. Node module of sklearn. Sklearn module is not there. Run the requirement.txt file. Those who are getting done, run the requirement.txt file. Pip install requirement.txt. Do that same like this. Pip install. Those who are getting module error, run this first. Pip install or requirement.txt. Version is not matching. No. Prediction without output, no? Prediction without output, no? You need to pass only input. Quality. That value is quality. Quality. SQL version is ma. Give that version. Pip install, give manually. So give manually. Pip install. Tell me, Venki. sklearn equal to what is the value? You run that same. Only run that. Those are getting version problem, do like this. Give your version here. Maybe that is the old value. Maybe that is the old value I have given numpy, that caused the problem. Let me know how many are done successfully. Done? Who? Shravan done? Venki? Abhishek done? $1.26. You do one thing, ma. Automatically it will take. You do one thing. Remove that requirement.txt here. Remove that equal to. Those who are getting the error, remove that. Equal to, remove it. Like that. Run it. Like this, run it. Automatically it will let it take automatically. Let it take automatically. That is the real-time project problems, version errors. Because I shared with you, no? And you are getting error. To avoid that, we will implement the Dockers. The DevOps guide, Docker. To avoid this, all these things, they will implement the Docker files. So Saturday class will help you today to run this code very quickly. .2.2, Nama. What is saying that? He is available with what? 23.3.2. That is saying that no matching fund. That's spelling mistake, ma. Scikit spelling mistake. Scikit spelling mistake. Might be. Let's check that Scikit spelling mistake is there. That might be the problem. Sorry for that. Scikit-learn. Scikit spelling mistake that is. SCI. SCI, ma. That is the problem. Sorry. Scikit spelling mistake that is. Scikit spelling mistake. PIC. Pickle. That is the spelling mistake is there. PICKLE. That is enough. I think it works. That works. Because your Anaconda prompt you already installed scikit-learn automatically. Correct. But this is VS Code terminal. If you are getting the problem, go and run in the VS Code terminal, in Anaconda terminal. That is here VS Code, there scikit-learn is there, NumPy is there, everything is there, right? So you can use another terminal also. If VS Code is making problem a lot, if VS Code making a problem, make a problem, run that in Anaconda prompt. Anaconda prompt. The only the thing is you need to redirect the URL. That is you are not doing. That's why I'm not feeling bad. I'm feeling very much bad because cd space you need to do. You need to open Anaconda prompt. Okay. Anaconda prompt, everything is there. NumPy is automatically there. Scikit-learn automatically is there. Now you what you have to do? cd space. Where is your Python file existed, ma? Copy that. Copy that folder. Here, this is copy this. Copy this folder and paste here. Done. URL is done. Now run here. Python app.py. The same thing you run in the VS Code, right? Run in the here. Here scikit-learn is already installed. NumPy is already installed. Pickle also already installed. So run here. Now again you will get API call. That only we discuss in the VS Code class. What we discuss? VS Code is the only platform to run the .py file. Once you created the .py file, you can run in any terminal. Any terminal. Any terminal you can run, that is. See, welcome all came. Run in the Anaconda terminal. But at least do this, learn this. The people are running like that. You need to change the directory. To change the directory. That you are not doing. That caused the problem. Change the directory. cd space. Change the directory. That model nothing but a what? Classifier. क्लासिफायर क्या होता? प्रेडिक्ट होता. प्रेडिक्ट के अंदर में क्या डालना? और नंबर्स डालना. 11 numbers. Then will give the predictions. Give the predictions. Done in the terminal, Anaconda terminal, those who are facing the issue in VS Code. Nikita is done. Utkarsh, Anaconda is worked. Copy it, Suresh. Here, if we're testing, na, it is. When you create the dashboard, they will create the dashboard, values are fixed. Only you need to enter the values is enough. When you create the dashboard, this is fixed. The kind of application form. That application form will fix it, na? When you open application form, name, gender, everything fixed, right? Same like that, they will fix this case. You need to enter the values. But this is for our testing, right? Testing, we need to do like this only. That is. Every model means? Yeah, what you developed on suppose one data, right? You need to change definitely that column names. Tomorrow you are working only one salary. Based on salary, you are predicting experience. Or based on experience, you are predicting the salary. How many columns are there? Only one column. Experience. Experience dalo, answer will come. Like that. This is we developed on this data. That's why we are using only these columns. How many are done? What happened, Deepak? क्या हुआ? Do anaconda, no? Anaconda में. That's why I'm telling this. Do on that anaconda. Can you please confirm the chat? How many are done? You go and lab and do this, and then only you can go to the home today. Okay, offline people, go to the lab first. Discuss this, and I will wait and come at 12 o'clock if you are getting any error. Okay, I will be available, right? Output వచ్చేది మన quality output ఇది. నువ్వు ఓన్లీ వెల్కమ్ అని ప్రెడిక్ట్ అని ఇవ్వలేదు నువ్వు ఇక్కడ మెథడ్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చి ఇవన్నీ రాయాలి. ఇవన్నీ ఇవ్వాలంటే మనం ప్రెడిక్ట్లో ఇచ్చాం కదమ్మా. ఆ ప్రెడిక్ట్ అనే మెథడ్ ఇస్తేనే వస్తుంది. ఏమి ఇవ్వకుంటే నువ్వు ఓన్లీ స్లాష్ అని ఏం పెట్టావో అదే వస్తుంది. Nikita is done. Utkarsh is done. To practice, practice it. Don't disappoint me. You are not practicing and I'm disappointing so much. Discuss with your friends. Done this today only. Okay, discuss in the Saurav done. Today are so silent. Thinking about future or what? Huh? Chill. So you practice on the weekend, Saurav? Can I assume that? Very good. First practice, those who are not at all getting, first practice the test.app file. Explore about what is the get method, post method, how to click that everything, and then do this today. Okay, ma? So thank you so much. Have a next class is there. You do in the labs and please update the status. Okay. Everyone, please update in the WhatsApp group whether you completed or not. Do it right away. Those who are completed, just say completed. Both online people and offline people, inform me how many are done this. And if you are getting any error, paste there. Use the WhatsApp group very wisely today. And I need to finish this only in today only. Everyone in the class. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma. Please active in the WhatsApp group today. Online people. Thank you. That is the problem. 1 and a 4 is never enough.